Hi guys, you are welcome back to today's tutorial. How you guys doing? I love you all. God bless you all. And please, if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button there, and also please turn on your notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will get notified. So in our today's class, I'll be showing you guys how to draft a straight pants using formula for all sizes. Yes, so in this tutorial we'll give a detailed explanation on how to draft it, because with this method you can draw for both plus size. Yes, so let's quickly get started. What we have on our table is our pattern paper. Is into fold already, you see. So the measurement required here, we're using our waist measurement, the distance from the waist to our hip, and from the hip to our crotch depth, and also to our thigh and the nail, and the full length of our pants. So let's quickly place it now. So this is our waistline. So before tracing the hip line, I want to quickly explain one thing. If you are making use of band, maybe 2 inches length or 1.5 inches. So before placing your hip line, that is from your waist or hip line, you will quickly subtract whatever you are adding as your band. But if you are cutting bands together with your pants, there is no need for that. Okay, so I think I should be working with band for a better understanding. So I will throw away that. I will be subtracting 1.5 inches for the waistband. You could decide to work with 2 inches. So I will place it this way to mark my hip line. Excuse me. So this is now my hip line. Instead of this first one, this is now my hip line. So I will quickly connect it. Sorry guys, let me quickly change my marker. Sorry guys, I've done that. But if you are not cutting your bands separately, that is what I mean. This line you are seeing with pen would have been my hip line. But because I will be adding my band separately, which I will be using 1.5 inches. So this is now my hip line. Don't forget that. So whatever measurement I will be placing here, will be subtracting 1.5 inches, which will serve as our waistband. So this is 1.5 inches. You see, this is it. So to determine our crotch, is your hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch. Okay, so the hip measurement we'll be working with here is 46 inches into 4 parts is 11.5 inches plus 1 inch, making it 12.5 inches. So, and remember, I'll be subtracting 1.5 inches because of the band, because I'll be cutting my band separately. So this is 1.5 inches. So it's total of 12.5 inches, because 11.5 inches plus 1 inch, making it 12.5 inches. So this is now my crotch depth. So I will connect it this way. See what we have. So the same way we'll find our new line, we'll also be subtracting 1.5 inches. But if you are using 2 inches waistband, you will do that. So this is it. The waist to the knee line we're working with is is 21 inches. Subtract 1.5 inches. You see what you have. So this is our knee line. So I will connect it as well. See, and the full length is 40 inches. So this is it. So I will connect. This is my new line. So the full length, which is 40 inches. So I will place my tape as well. Subtract that 1.5 inches. That will be serving as my waistband. So this is my full length. See, let me adjust it this way, and I will connect it as well. with the hemming allowance, which is this down part, just by 1 inch. Okay, so this is it. So now that we're done with this, so let's quickly now place our tie. Tie is the fullest part of our pants. Actually, is the hip, but in terms of measurement, is the tie, because hip and waist measurement will be divided into 4 parts, while the tie, the knee, and the full length is into 2 parts. So I will be placing our tie on the crotch depth, which is our hip, divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So we have to now place it. The tie we are working with here is measurement of working with 27 inches into 2 should be having a 13.5 inches. So I will place it this way. You can see it's almost my paper. See? So I will connect it because it's the fullest part of our pants. I will connect it to have our grain line. Okay? So now let me quickly connect it and show you guys. So guys, you can see I'm done connecting. So we want to quickly find our grain line. That is our tie divided by 2 to have that straight pants. Okay, so 13.5 inches into 2 parts should be having a 6 point. Let's place it. 6 is 12. 6.5 is 13. So it's 6.7 bars. Okay, so this is 6.7 bars. 5, 2. See what we have. So I will mark it down. So you can see I'm done tracing it. You can see it's our tie divided by 2. So it's time to place our measurement. Remember, this is our crotch. This is our hip line. While this is our waistline. This is the knee line and the full length of our pants. So the waistline, take note, the hip and the waistline is being divided into 4 parts, but the tie, the knee, and the full length is into 2 parts. So I want us to quickly place our measurement. So the waist measurement we are working with is 37 inches. That's 37 inches. The hip is 46. The tie is 27 inches. The knee 19 inches. So it will be into 2 parts. Okay, and the full length will be placed. Will be having a 15 inches. Okay, so which will be into 2 parts. We having 7.5 inches. So the waist measurement we are working with is 37 inches. Into 4 parts, we'll be having 9.2 bars. No, approximately, let me say 9.5 inches. Okay, or 9 inches. So that 9, let me say 9 inches into 2 parts, I'll be having 4.5 inches. Yes, because now, because of this midpoint of our tie, with our grain line, is for a guy to have that straight pants, we'll be portioning it into 2, after into 4 parts. Okay, so 4.5, which is 9 inches, I will place 4.5 inches this way. 4.5 inches this way. So now this is my waistline, which is also the same thing, 4 into 37 into 4 parts. Okay, so for the hip line, if you decide to ignore your hip line, just connect your waist to your crotch depth and to your thigh. Yeah, or excuse me, you place your hip measurement. So the hip we're working with 46 inches into 4 parts. We have 11.5 inches. So remember, because of this midpoint, we'll portion it into 2 also. That is again, yes. So making is 5.7 thereabouts, but I'll be placing 5.5 inches. Okay, for a better understanding. So I will place it this way. See what you have, 5.5. See, so let me place it. Can you see? So this is our hip line. By the time we connect it to meet the waist, can you see this how it should look like? For the knee is 19 inches, round knee measurement into 2 parts, 9.5 inches. So I will divide that 9.5 into 2 inches as well. So remember 9.5 is 4.5, sorry, is 9. So I will place it this way. Can you see what we have? Remember, this is our crotch depth. So for the down part is 15, which is into 4 parts, into 2 parts, sorry, 7.5 inches. So I will place 3.2 bars, 3.7 bars, 3.7 bars. So I will connect it now. You see what we have? From this full length, make sure it's straightened from this down part to meet. Can you see? Connect it this way. See what you have? Connect this part as well. This is our knee. Can you see how the down part is already? So for this part now, I will collect my curve ruler for the hip area, though you can see the dot line. Yes, I will just connect to blend it. That is all. Let me place it this way. Sorry, guys. So I will connect it to meet my thigh. So to connect it, this part now, when you finish connecting it, you have to blend it properly because of the hip area. Okay. So I will blend it. Watch closely. See, to meet this part. Ignore my marker, please. See what I mean? You blend it. This is our hip, this is our thigh. See? Just to meet this part. At the moment, you ignore this. Just to blend, to have that straight line. You can see what we have now. How straight it is. Okay? So for this part now, let me quickly pick my curve ruler. Remember, this is our crotch line. Okay? So I will just take it this way. See what I'm doing, guys? This way, see, to meet this part. Okay, see, it's not straight. Connect it to meet this part. See, place it this way. You see what we have? It's not straight. Okay? So now that we're done with this part, it will place our crotch. You will find the midpoint. But before then, we'll step down from the waistline. This is our waistline by 1 inch. You will connect it this way. See what we have? We came down by 1 inch because the front is not high. So we place our tape to find the midpoint. Excuse me. See what we have is there 10 inches. Okay, so I will find the midpoint, which is 5 inches. So I will place my ruler this way. At the moment, I will be subtracting 0.5 inches here to avoid bulge on the front area, but I'll be adding to the back panel. I will explain to that why drafting out the back panel. Say this is actual hip measurement. You can see what you have, but I went in by 0.5 inch. So I will connect it to meet my hip line. That is the hip measurement. I will connect it this way. See, this is our hip measurement, but we came down just by 1 inch. So this is, I went in on the hip area, but I will be placing it. So this is it. We have our exact measurement here. So our same allowance, whatever is to the back panel. Though some people do add the same allowance here, just 0.5 inch here, or add it to the back panel while drafting the back panel. So it's still the same thing. So now that we're done with this, we have to clean out, introduce our back paper. So you can see I've introduced my back pattern paper. So it's not into fold. I don't have much paper again. So this is it. I place it, you can see, but the paper I'll be completing my adding up to the length right onto the fabric because I need to adjust it because the back is higher because of the hip. So let me quickly cut out this part. I can see I've also labeled it for a better understanding. So this is that 1 inch for the waist. See what we have. So I'm just cutting out this part for a better understanding. This 0.5 inch, I won't cut it out at the moment because I want to explain to you guys how to replace this. Okay, so this is it. Sorry guys, let me cut it out this way. See, this is a crotch. I will connect it to the full length. So you can see guys, I'm done cutting it out. So now crotch extension here so that your client can sit properly. How do you place your crotch extension? Is your hip your waist divided by 4. What I mean is this: your waist divided by 4, remember that is what we have here, is 9.5 inches. Okay, so your waist divided by 4. So you will come to this midpoint, you place your waist divided by 4. If your waist is waist of 14 inches into 4 part, remember it's 10 inches, you place it for this green line. See this midline, which is our thigh divided by 2. So if it's 10 inches, that means your crotch extension will be 3 inches, but mine is 9.5 inches, okay, which is 2.5 inches. So I will quickly place it this way. See what we have. Okay, so this is it. So now I will quickly now take my straight ruler to extend it for a better understanding. So I will place it this way. So see what we have. Let me adjust it. Yeah, miss the line. Let me cut it out properly. I didn't trim it out properly. So see, so this is it. Connected it. So this is my knee line. So I will just indicating my and the full length. So this is it. So it's 2.5 inches because it's my waist divided by 4. You place it from this part to have your crotch extension. So for this part now, so most people usually have problems here. Yes. So this part now, whatever you have here, that is your waist here. This, can you see what I'm pointing at? Your waistline here. We have not cut it out. Place your tape to find out what we have here. So it's 2 inches. So that is what you should place here. 2 inches. Okay? 2 inches from this line, because we'll be cutting off this 0.5 inch. Cutting it out. 2 inches to this point. You see? So when I pass the hip line, so I'll be placing 1.5 inches. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? Place 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Can you see? Because I'll be cutting out this. So and I can quickly cut it out now. So I've cut it out, but I've replaced it to avoid bulge. Remember, this is the front panel. I'll be using our side zipper. So this is it. So for the waist extension, remember here we place 1.5. Sorry guys, let me place my paper properly. 1.5 inches here. So the extension I'll be placing 1.5 inches. We'll add the 1 inch we subtracted plus 0.5 inch. So this is it. So we connect it now to meet I want to place, sorry guys, let me place it properly. Paper is shifting. Let me support it. To meet our waistline here, which is this. You see what we have? So I will quickly take my curve ruler to connect it. Can you see? It's 2 inches. Just follow it up this way. 2 inches. Just ignore the marker. For this area is 2 inches, but for the crotch extension is 2.5 inches. So I will maintain this. For the upper part is 1.5 inches. Don't forget that. So just connect it this way. My table is really obstructing me. Sorry about that. So see, just to connect it. See. So what you have, 2.5 inches, 2 inches. The 0.5 inches subtracted, replace it here. Replace it to connect it. But when you get to this point, it's 1.5 inch. For the back panel, the extension, the waist extension, remember I subtracted 1 inch here, which we kept in because the front is deeper. So we added it back plus 0.5 inch. That is the waist extension here because of the butt. So from this part now is 2 inches here, because what we have here, the distance from the waist to the hip here, see what we have now is 2 inches. You see? So I will place 2 inches here, connect it to meet this point, and 2 inches down part, that is to the full length. So I will connect the down part this way, 2 inches. Make it straight, down part. See? This is the down part. So from this part now, I will take my, because here is not straight, it's a bit curvy, so connect it. See what I'm doing, guys? To meet it this way. See? Let me blend it properly. Table. To meet our crotch extension here. Can you see what we have now? So remember, it's side zipper. Okay? So that is why I didn't cut this part. So I'll be adding 1 inch just from this part to the hip line. Remember, 1.5 inches is what we're using as our band. So I will place 1 inch here. This will serve as our zipper allowance. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is it. But for those that be working with that, this is the midpoint. You can see it already. So just step down. Let me explain that as well. See what I'm talking about. 4.5 inches down. 0.5 inches, 0.5 inch here. Connect it. You can see what I'm doing, guys. So meet this part. So this is it from the front panel. If you are working of that, and make sure you replace it to avoid shortage. So for the back panel, you find the midpoint as well. It's now 11.5 inches because of the zipper allowance. So 5.5 is 11 plus 2 bar, say. So you place your dart as well on the back panel. So this is it. It's really simple, guys. So I want us to quickly now cut it out. This is our zipper allowance. Don't forget that. This is our zipper allowance. This is our dart. We are making use of that, but I'm not making use of that. So this is it. This is the part that people do find difficult. Yes, it's just your hip. Let me repeat, your waist measurement, which is this, into 4 parts, is 9.5 inches. So if your waist measurement is 40 inches, into 4 parts is 10 inches. So you just place on this midline, that's the gain line, you place it 10 inches from this point. That's your crotch extension. But the one I'm working with is 9.5 inches, you see. So it's just the extension now. The crotch extension is 2.5 inches. So you blend it this way, 2 inches here, 2 inches to the hip line, because we subtracted 1 inch, sorry, 0.5 inch here to avoid bulge. That's why I added 2 inches here. But when you get to the upper part, you place 1.5 inches. For the waist extension, remember we went in 1 inch plus 0.5 inch. So that is just it. So you see what we have. So let me now quickly cut it out. It's really simple, guys. So this is it. So with this method, here is straight, you will run into problems. Okay, see, cut it this way. See what I'm doing, guys. Blend it, but for the down part, it's straight this way. See what we have. So we're stitching, remember, 0.5 inch, 0.5 inch. At the end of the day, we have 1 inch after stitching. So put this paper aside. So for the hip waistline this side, remember I said if you are fixing the size zip I are working with, so that is just this 1 inch I place here. So let me adjust my paper properly. So I will cut out, see what you have, just because of the side there zipper. Now this is our actual waist measurement. Okay, so I will just connect it. My paper is not into fold, the back panel is not into fold, so I will just cut it this way. Sorry guys, my table is obstructing me. Let me quickly cut it and show you guys. So as you can see, guys, I'm done cutting it out. So for the waistband, remember I used 1.5 inches. So my waist measurement plus my zipper allowance. So you can see we are done cutting out our band. See? So by the time you place it, remember it's 1.5 inches. Don't forget that. Your band should be 1.5 inches after sewing. So you see, I'll be having my 11.5, sorry guys, 0.5 inches as my crotch depth, which is my hip divided by 4. Remember, I've subtracted 1 inch from the waist because the front panel is not high. So that is just it. It's really simple, guys. So please, if you find this video interesting, hit on the like button down. Please share my videos, and also if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button there, and also please turn on your notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you will get notified. So I love you all. I remain Chi Living Signature. Bye for now.